Hey there, Disney fans. It looks like the Walt Disney Company is going through a bit of a rough patch lately. Seriously, as we wrap up 2023, it's hard not to feel a little anxious about what 2025 might bring. This year is super important for Bob Iger, who's trying to prove that Disney can bounce back and find its footing again. But honestly, things haven't been looking too great so far. You've probably heard about the test screenings for Captain America 4, right? They've been pretty much labeled a total flop. And to add to the drama, Snow White 2025 is already getting buzz as a potential disappointment, even before it hits the screens. What do you think? Are you looking forward to what's coming next? If you're new here and enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I really appreciate your support. So, what's the scoop with Snow White 2025? Greta Gerwig is the writer and director, which is exciting, but star Rachel Zegler has been in full damage control mode lately. She's facing a lot of criticism about the film's status and all the behind-the-scenes drama. With reshoots coming up this December, they're really hoping to fix the third act and improve the overall quality. Do you think they can pull it off? Rachel's not holding back when it comes to defending Disney and tackling the criticism. And with all the cost-cutting happening under Iger's leadership, there's a lot going on, especially after some quick decisions from Disney. I'm a bit skeptical, though. Can the upcoming test screenings really address the deeper issues? They've even cut some key scenes featuring Rachel's acting and singing, which doesn't inspire much confidence. She recently shared, "The opportunity to participate in this project has been a life-changing experience. However, it has also been fraught with frustration due to the numerous modifications made to the final product and our current activities. I'm beginning to realize that there is a lot of injustice in this industry toward younger actresses my age who don't receive their fair share." What do you think about her thoughts? I'd love to hear your take. Let's chat in the comments below. So I really want to chat about Snow White because there were some scenes I was super proud of. They really showed what a modern woman can be on the big screen. But here's the thing. Some of my performances, whether it was my singing or those standout acting moments, just didn't turn out the way I had hoped. Right now, everything's being shifted around and cut, and honestly, it feels pretty unfair in this industry. I've started to notice that this happens way too often to younger actresses like me. We can end up in situations where it feels like we're being taken advantage of, and it's honestly frustrating. I've been trying my best to speak up to the people at Disney about what's going on. On a brighter note, I'm really grateful to have a close relationship with Greta Gerwig. She's been a huge support as we try to work through all this. But sadly, Disney seems to be set on a different course. It's a tough spot to be in as an up-and-coming actress trying to make a name for myself, and I'm really starting to face that reality head-on. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever felt like you were being overlooked in your own journey? Let's chat about it. Hey everyone, let's chat about Snow White. There were some scenes I thought could have brought real magic to the younger generation, but sadly, they didn't make it into the film, and that's such a bummer. This movie has a fresh perspective that sets it apart from the classic 1937 version and the original Brothers Grimm tale. I even suggested naming Snow White after her survival of a snowstorm or blizzard. Talk about a symbol of resilience. At its core, this story is all about female empowerment, and that message should always shine through. Now, let's take a moment to think about something. The actress has pointed out the unfairness in the film industry, which she expected as she's trying to make her way up. But it kind of comes off as entitlement, right? We see that self-absorbed attitude pop up a lot in younger actresses who start making demands before they really have their feet under them. What's really interesting about Zegler is how open she is about the many scenes being cut from Snow White 2025. Isn't it a bit ironic when you remember her comments back in 2022 about her co-star Andrew Bennett, saying some of his scenes might not make it? It feels like that's now coming back to bite her. The buzz surrounding the upcoming live-action adaptation of Snow White has been generating significant conversation, especially considering the prominent figures involved in the project. Director Mark Webb, known for his previous work on films like The Amazing Spider-Man, and writer Greta Gerwig, who has made a name for herself with films like Little Women, are steering this ship toward uncharted waters. Their commitment to addressing issues of sexism and misogyny is commendable. However, it raises eyebrows when juxtaposed with the legacy of the Walt Disney Company, a titan in the entertainment industry often criticized for its traditional narratives. The juxtaposition feels almost ironic, as the very company that created the iconic animated film in 1937 is now attempting to reinterpret its message for a contemporary audience. This irony has set the stage for considerable drama surrounding the film, especially with leading actresses like Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler at the forefront. The dynamic between them hints at deeper personal tensions rooted in their differing beliefs and artistic visions for the character of Snow White. Zegler has been vocal about the need for a modern reimagining, stating, "We absolutely had to change the meaning of the name Snow White to do something new." Her words suggest a significant departure from the traditional narrative, aiming to redefine Snow White in a way that resonates with today's audiences. This ambitious goal is certainly intriguing and offers a fresh perspective, yet it seems that the journey to realizing this vision has been anything but smooth. Moreover, Zegler's reflections on the project have hinted at frustrations with the production process. Reports indicate that some of her most creatively fulfilling scenes were left on the cutting room floor, leading to a sense of disappointment. One would expect studios to embrace innovation and creativity, particularly when targeting younger viewers eager for new interpretations of classic tales. Yet, the harsh reality of Hollywood's cutthroat nature often stifles fresh ideas, leaving emerging artists like Zegler feeling undervalued. Her candid statement, "I believe I deserve better treatment," resonates deeply with many in the creative industries, highlighting a universal struggle for recognition and respect in an often hierarchical system. As the release date approaches, fans and critics alike are left to ponder the implications of these changes and the underlying drama that has unfolded behind the scenes. With the film's narrative promising to tackle significant themes like empowerment and self-identity, it raises questions about whether Disney can genuinely push boundaries while remaining true to its roots. Can a company known for its fairy tales really pivot to embrace a more progressive storytelling approach? This tension between legacy and modernity is palpable, leaving audiences to speculate about the film's eventual reception. In the midst of this whirlwind, it's crucial to consider the broader context of what Snow White means in today's cultural landscape. The character, once merely a passive figure awaiting rescue, is being reimagined into a more complex and empowered protagonist. This evolution is not just a nod to contemporary values, but a necessary shift in storytelling that reflects the realities of young women today. As we await the film's debut, the ongoing dialogue surrounding Gadot and Zegler, their creative differences, and the evolving narrative of Snow White invites us to engage critically with the film. What will this new interpretation bring to the table? And how will it resonate with audiences, both old and new? The anticipation is palpable, and the conversations it sparks will undoubtedly contribute to the larger discourse on gender representation in film. Let's dive into this intriguing saga and see where it leads us. This film seems poised to inspire some while also making waves with those who aren't on board with the whole female empowerment message. It's interesting to see actresses like Zegler really focus on the critics of this movement. We've seen something similar with the Acolyte series, featuring talents like Jodie Turner-Smith and Amanda Stenberg, who face their own challenges alongside creator Leslie Headland. Now, with the Snow White live-action remake, it's like walking a tightrope. With a budget soaring over $300 million plus marketing costs, there's a lot on the line here. Will this bold project connect with audiences, or could it end up falling flat? Bob Iger and the studio definitely have their work cut out for them. And how this turns out could really shape what's next. What do you think? Is this movie going to be a hit, or is it headed for a stumble? Let's chat about it. Let's talk about the drama unfolding with Snow White. With Bob Iger doubling down, he's the one who called for a green light on those upcoming reshoots. It's not surprising at all that Rachel Zegler is starting to notice things are backfiring at Disney, both on the outside and behind the scenes. We've seen a lot of scenes being deleted, cut, and pretty much tossed aside after a whopping 6 test screenings. Can you believe it? They were even hoping to squeeze in a 7th screening by the holidays, but that's likely to flop too, just before the reshoots kick off. The reality is, despite the re-edits happening right now, this movie looks like it's heading for yet another big flop for the Walt Disney Company. With the huge investment involved, the ongoing personal issues between Rachel and Gal, and how all of that is slowing down the progress on reshoots, it's not a great situation. Bob Iger is definitely in hot water, and it's looking pretty grim for Rachel Zegler's career as well. Almost every project she's been part of seems to have missed the mark. So, what do you think? Will Snow White manage to turn things around, or is it destined for failure? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed today's discussion, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to support the channel. Catch you all later.